This is the chowder everyone asked me to make. It starts like a classic chowder, but it finishes like a Mexican street corn. It's smoky, creamy, and built for real comfort.
Let's get started. Here's our ingredients. We've got some corn that I took right off the cob. I did a parboil on it. You can use frozen corn. You don't have to get all fancy like I did. Then we have our foundation, which is our bacon. All right, you don't have to use bacon, but for my chowders, I like to start with bacon as my foundation. Now with the celery, we just did a medium dice. Wasn't anything too fancy. And we did the same thing with our onion and then our carrots. Then we have our flour or our thickening agent, and we're gonna use 4 tablespoons of butter. Now the ratio is 1:1, so I have about 4 tablespoons of flour right here. Then we have 3 ounces of cream cheese, some freshly diced jalapeno. We have coarse ground black pepper, smoked paprika to give us that really nice smoky taste in the end, some chili powder, garlic powder, bay leaves, a little bit of cumin, and then to finish off our soup, we're gonna use some freshly squeezed limes, some charred corn. I used about 1 cob that I had set aside and just charred that to give it some really nice color. We got some finely chopped parsley, some nice salty cojita cheese to really break through all that creamy flavor. And then my little hidden gem here is some micro cilantro. Now, if you haven't had micro cilantro, you gotta try it. You can use regular cilantro. If you don't wanna use micro cilantro, that's fine too. Lastly, we have our chicken stock. I have about 1 cup right here. And then we have about 4 cups of heavy cream. Now it's really important that you don't add any more salt. We're gonna get that nice salty flavor from the cojita cheese. We're gonna get it from the heavy cream, from the cream cheese, and of course from our bacon. Now let's get cooking. Now we're gonna start off by getting our pan really hot. It's about the temp we need now, so we're gonna add our bacon. Now we're gonna spread it out nice. Make sure we get this bacon cooked as evenly as possible. Really, you just wanna allow it to cook on its own. Just monitor it for about the next 5 minutes or so. Our bacon's looking great. We're gonna go ahead and turn down the heat a little bit and take our bacon out. Now we're not removing any of that fat because we want all that flavor in our chowder. Now I used about 6 ounces of bacon. Obviously you can use a little bit less or a little bit more. You can never get enough bacon. I'm gonna set that to the side. And now we're gonna go in with some butter. Turn the heat up a little bit to about a medium. Try to get some of those bacon bits up. We're gonna go in with our onion. Now that's about 1.5 to 2 medium-sized onions that I ended up dicing up. About 4 stalks of celery here. And about 4 6 carrots. We're gonna give that a good mix. We're gonna allow this to saute for about 5 6 minutes. Really mix it in there. You wanna get that bacon flavor, all that fat from the butter and that bacon all over our vegetables. While scraping the bottom in between to get all those bacon bits. So it's been about 5 to 6 minutes. Our vegetables are looking good. Onions are looking almost transparent, and that's where we want them to be. We're gonna go ahead and start coming in here with our flour. Make sure we get that nice and mixed through. All right, we're gonna come in here now. It's been about 2 minutes. The veggies are definitely well covered with that roux, and that roux is definitely cooked out quite a bit. And we're gonna go ahead and add our cup of chicken stock. Give that a quick little mix. We can immediately start seeing that thicken up a little bit. That's where we want it to be. Because now we're gonna add in our cream cheese. Remember, this is about 3 ounces of cream cheese. We're gonna break that up and mix it nice and thoroughly. That cream cheese is room temp. I think it helps a little bit, especially when breaking it down. We're gonna turn down our heat a little bit to a nice medium low. And now we're gonna add in our seasonings. So we're gonna go in with about a tablespoon of coarse black pepper. Our chili powder, we got about 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Some nice granulated garlic. That's about a tablespoon of granulated garlic. A pinch, just a pinch of cumin. And then we're going with our smoked paprika to give us that beautiful, bold, smoky flavor. Give that a nice mix. Make sure those spices are thoroughly incorporated. Turn the heat down a little bit more to about a low temp, nice low flame. Now we're gonna slowly add in our heavy cream. Make sure we're mixing it as we pour it in our pan. We're gonna go in here with just our first initial 2 cups. While it comes up to a nice little simmer, we're gonna go ahead and add in our fresh diced jalapeno. Now you can use all of this if you like it spicy, or you can use about half. I'm gonna go ahead and use about half. Then we're gonna go in and we're gonna add our corn. Once again, super easy, super quick, super hearty, bold, smoky, and feeds up to 6 to 8 people. Give that a good mix. And now we're gonna go ahead, add in our last 2 cups of heavy cream. Once again, mixing thoroughly as we add that heavy cream. Make sure it's incorporated. Now we're gonna go ahead, add in our 3 bay leaves. Bring our pot up to a nice simmer. We gotta make sure we keep a good eye on it because we don't want that cream or any of that stuff to burn. So it's gonna be about 6 to 8 minutes. All right, our chowder is bubbling. We're gonna give it a nice little mix. We're almost at the finish line, y'all. Man, it smells amazing. Nice and creamy. Jeez, this is how chowder's done. We're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna add our cojita cheese. So this is where we're gonna get most of that salt from, okay? It's also gonna add more depth and creaminess to our chowder. I'm gonna come in, add a little bit more of that ground cracked black pepper, the coarse pepper that we have. Because I like a little bit more smokiness to my chowders. Give it a good mix. Now we're gonna come in with the one thing that started it all, our bacon. Don't be shy now. I'm gonna save some for some toppers. Give that a good mix. Let that go for another 2 minutes and then turn the heat off. All right, we're gonna come in here, get some nice, good size ladles. See how thick and creamy that's coming in? It's exactly how it should be. Cut bacon. Add some of that charred corn. Some parsley. Sliced jalapeno. Chili powder. A little bit of that smoked paprika. Some cojita cheese. Freshly squeezed lime. Solid pinch full of that flavor-packed micro cilantro on top. And then finish it off, Mexican crema. Beautiful. Okay, everyone. I've got a special guest today. Got my special guest, my daughter Brooklyn here. She's gonna do a little taste trial here. So hopefully I did a good job. She loves bacon, so we already got a step forward in the right direction. She's my toughest critic. Boom, bacon. All right, try it out. What do you think? You can be honest. Well, thank you. Well, you heard it from the champ here. She says it's good, so I'll take her word for it. Well, I'm gonna try a little bit here myself. It is pretty good. If you like this chowder, we've got another one for you. Got the New England clam chowder recipe up here in the corner. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.